Absolutely. Let's get right into the topic of creating submixes.
Okay, so first and foremost, I just want to say that if you're creating a song and you're not sure what submixes to render, often people will say, well, I'm just not going to render them because maybe I won't need them. I would render them anyway, because what if 2 weeks down the line, you then get a client, he wants the submixes, but you're working on 15 other projects, or you're knee deep in something else. There are various things to life, right? So here's a list that you can utilize right away. If I were you, I would render in 4824. Now you can clearly see here in my Logic screen at the very top what's called the LCD screen that it says 44. So my current sample rate is 44 kilohertz. Ideally, for the best fidelity, best quality, you want to do your projects in 48. This was just happenstance. This was a demo I was just putting together, so I didn't necessarily think about it. This is not the kind of thing you want to change. In other words, once you set it, you got to just forget it and let it be. Now, the cool thing is when we look at Logic and you render, or any other DAW for that matter, you can pick the sample rate that you're going to render to. So most companies want 4824. Some companies want 4416. Others want 4816. And you get to select that here under sample rate and resolution. So I just want to be clear, regardless of the sample rate, if your client, publisher, music house wants a certain sample rate and bit depth, that's where you're going to change it. Don't reverse engineer at that point. So just out of the gates, want to make sure that's clear. Doesn't matter which sample rate you choose, but when you render appropriately. So here's the list that I was talking about. If we're going to do renders, let's go full, which is the full version, underscore, which means no melody, nothing distracting. I'm about to show you a song that is a kind of future-based song and has a lot of distracting elements, so that's going to be interesting to try and figure out. Then we have a no drums version, an only drums version, only drums and bass, and then finally only guitars if applicable. I've also seen only strings and pads, just to be clear. Strings and pads. And I've also seen alternative mix or remix. And we could talk a little bit more about that later. So let's go into the song. Make sure the output is where it needs to be. All right, here we go. Okay, so it's a pretty simple tune. Just wanted to give you a sense of how to operate from here. So the full version, I would essentially hit A. I would hit Command U. I'd create a cycle region, and then I would extend the cycle, because what you don't want to do is end a song and just have it cut off abruptly. Now, as it stands right now, my ending sounds something like this, which isn't bad. It ends at the end of a phrase. It's always better if you can hit right on the one. So you can either manufacture that, or we can use reverb throws or delay throws to create a false ending. So let's try both. So first I'm going to manufacture an ending. Sorry about that, hold on. Okay, so I'll choose the proper division, select the beginning from the track. I can hit Command C, or I can just drag this over and duplicate. All right, so the reason we're doing this is so that we can end on the one. So let's see what this sounds like. I don't think I'm going to need this. I can create a fade right here. Maybe create a fade here and end right there. Fades are critical to sounding professional. You never want to hear clicks or pops. If you do hear one, if you just create a crossfade like this, Why don't I zoom in a little bit tighter? Yeah, if you just create a nice little crossfade like that, it solves most problems. And if you look at track number 5, synth number 3 at the very end, this is this has a lot of potential to click. So again, even if you just put a very small fade out, that can often do the job as well. And if you find yourself doing this key command, a certain action over and over again, bear in mind that your DAW will most likely have a key command for it. So in Logic, the key command is apply last edited fade again. So you can see it's right here. So all I have to do is click and then just hit that key command. I believe I have it right there. Sorry, there you go. I just changed my my setup here, so I'm still kind of working through the kinks. So let's listen to this this false ending. Pretty nice. Again, it's still not as professional as it could be, simply because it needs a reverb throw. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the project and drag it over. I don't need that much space. And then let's start to finalize this. I really like the tambourine, the percussion here. So I'm first going to enhance and kind of bring that up. So not only will I bring up the volume, I'm also going to bring up the reverb. So I create a bus. Sometimes people will ask, why don't you just put the reverb on the channel itself? Well, I don't want it to be aggressive. I want it to be very subtle. If you currently utilize channel strip settings, this is a very fast way of operating. Like I already have a reverb set up here. So you just want to go to user patches and you can see I've got this, it says bus is default. So you can, you know, have this already kind of ready for edits. So you see you've got reverb for edits. So I'm going to hit A and then just create that reverb throw right there. Take a listen. Lot better.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel below. I release a ton of new content on a regular basis related to music licensing, music marketing, and the music business in general. I should also let you know that every single day this month, every single day throughout the month of August, I'll be releasing a new video related to how to make money licensing your music in TV shows, films, ads, commercials, trailers, retail outlets, the internet, and much, much more. So every single day this month, I will be posting a new video. Subscribe to this channel to be notified. I should also let you know that the 365-day music licensing challenge is starting the 1st of September. So if you want to take consistent action every single day for an entire year towards licensing your music in TV shows, films, ads, and more, be sure to register for the 365-day music licensing challenge between now and August 31st. There is a link for more information below this video. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Have a great day.